To the ancient Greeks, danger and hardship were seen as good things. Even fear was a god they celebrated. It was actually comfort and security that were seen as the true dangers. They tried to live up to the mighty myths of Hercules and Achilles through adversity. Today, we try to make life as safe and comfortable as possible. Our modern value system has been completely reversed from that of ancient times. We say we want a great life, but aren't willing to pay the price for it. Whenever suffering occurs, we distract ourselves from the pain and take the easy way out. Success without effort, adventures without danger. Sounds stupid, right? If you want to live a life of meaning, you have to live to some extent a life of suffering. There's limitless potential within each of us, but most will never realize it because they live for comfort rather than greatness. There's a big difference between chosen suffering, which has all sorts of benefits, and unchosen suffering. Unchosen suffering can be like having a death in the family, your house burns down, you get assaulted. Sometimes these sorts of things can strengthen you. They may build you up mentally, physically, or even spiritually, but for the most part, they're bad for you. Avoid them. Avoid them if you can. So what is your relationship to suffering? Are you able to understand your own experiences with this mysterious feeling? The truth is that life and suffering go together like peanut butter and jelly. Well, in the US at least. But I feel like we've always been taught that suffering is a negative thing, and that it should be avoided like the plague at all costs. But what if I told you that uniting with your suffering is one of the many pillars to elevating your life? Friedrich Nietzsche, a German philosopher with an abnormally large mustache, found that our entire way of life as people will reflect the path we choose to walk. Do we value safety and equality as the highest priority, or heroism, courage, and virtue? Imagine you live in a world of sameness. There is no contrast, no pain, or suffering. Everything is orderly and perfect. Everyone is safe, and there is absolutely no occurring problems whatsoever. Under this sameness, it feels as if the very essence of life has been removed, because suffering, attachment, and pain have disappeared. But with these come love, excitement, and a sense of family. In this whitewashed world, there is no liveliness or vibrancy left in life. There is a deep insight here, which is that the good things in life only make sense when there is also bad. In total sameness, you're living in a world of dull happiness, which is not true happiness at all. If you win in every game you play, there's no fun to it. You have to have the possibility of loss. Now I'm about to get dictionary on your ass. Did you know that passion literally translates to suffer in Latin? If we look closely, we can see that the majority of humanity's greatest achievements have required a significant amount of passion, and in turn, suffering. When you think about it, passion is kind of like the jet fuel for purpose and meaning in life. It guides us towards our wildest dreams and down the pathway of love. The more we can collaborate and channel our relationship with passion and suffering, the more we can use it to elevate our lives. Pain and suffering. They're two different things, but they are connected. You may argue that pain is physical and suffering is mental, but they're often correspondent. Most things you desire in life lie on top of a mountain of pain and suffering. Want to get your summer bod? You're going to have to enjoy the treadmill burn. Need to be more organized? You're going to have to start planning and throwing out your 4-month-old milk carton that smells like straight ass. But it's all in good fun, because the more you try and run from suffering, the more it will find you. I would even say that if whatever you do is not hard at some level, if you don't look back on it and shake a little bit, it probably isn't meaningful. The key is to build up a tolerance and realize you have a choice on how you suffer. What's great is that we have control over our chosen suffering. A lot of our unnecessary negative suffering is self-inflicted and made possible by our limiting beliefs. Do you seek approval? You'll always be dependent on others, so just do what you want. Blaming yourself for every mistake? You'll always feel guilty, so be more self-compassionate. If you're stuck in a rut where you are experiencing pain and suffering, and you're not actively attempting to overcome it, you're choosing to live in a place of negative suffering. It's important to understand and realize the role that suffering plays in your life, and make the smart decision on how to manage it. If you want to live an excellent life and fulfill your greatest potential, you have to see suffering as a good thing. You have to embrace your discomfort and pain, and especially your fears and resistance, because suffering with honor tends to bring the most intense feelings of joy. The internal shift to greatness can only come from suffering, but this skill cannot be taught. You must figure out by yourself how to overcome this feeling at your lowest times. It will always be hard, but it will be absolutely transformative. So many people let the weak voice in their head win, like a slave to their own mind. Mental strength is the only solution to suffering, not comfort, not safety. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please subscribe if you're not already. And yeah, so you guys like this wall? I painted it all by myself. It took forever, but I think it looks good. Anyways, I hope you guys have a focused, happy, and productive day.